I'm now joined by Daniel Gomez along with Angel Torres and Chris Resendez, who are a part of a new showcase coming up in the month of April, giving boys soccer players that are deemed as the most talented here in the East Texas area the chance to showcase their talents and all their other skills to about 12 or more East Texas universities and colleges, along with some other colleges and universities out of the area. Guys, thanks so much for coming in to discuss this first of its kind showcase, I believe, correct?
First of its kind. Nobody's ever done anything like this. No school, no club or anything. So I'm absolutely blessed to be able to be bringing the first one.
So Daniel, you're a Henderson native, correct? And this is going to take place in Henderson there at Lions Stadium. Talk about the process of putting this on. I believe the rosters all are pretty much set, along with other things in case injuries happen, but the rosters are kind of set. But with the process of this, how long did it take for you to kind of get this going and to where it's at right now?
Yeah, it was a long process, and this was my first time organizing anything, and I did it all by myself. So that was probably the most difficult part. I have support from my parent club in Dallas, yes, but I'm one of the only people here in East Texas representing the club, and just being able to work on doing it by myself, I think gave me a lot of insight with respecting how we can do this a lot better in the future. It's going to be great this year, but I hit a lot of bumps this year that I'm going to iron out, and hopefully in the next few years to come, this will be an annual thing. And this year we're only doing a boys event, but we're going to be looking to do a girls event as well, whether it's on the same day or somewhere along the line in the future.
What was the biggest thing, though, that inspired you to work putting this together?
I think just being an East Texas native and having a passion for soccer that I've had since I was a younger kid, and seeing guys like this, that they have an absolute passion and they will do anything and everything in their power to be able to make it to the next level. Also, just seeing that there's kids that are willing to be open-minded and open-hearted to an opportunity that is a stranger that's given them this opportunity. So again, I'm very thankful that the parents and the kids all together trust me enough to accept this invitation.
Absolutely. So you worked on the Defeaters Kick Soccer Club there in Dallas for several years. Talk about that experience a little bit here and what you kind of brought back to East Texas from that.
As far as DKSC, I just got in contact with them about 2 years ago. They do a lot of coaching development, and even though I've been at the club not as long as I would love, I've been impacted a lot with their philosophy and the opportunities that they're giving for their players in Dallas area, which some of our guys are heading up that way too, but it costs money, it costs gas money, it costs food every time you go up there. So DKSC in and of itself, they have a college advisory program. They have strength and conditioning available for the kids that want to go to the next level, even a professional pathway that they just started implementing this year. So just seeing what they're open to doing there and the opportunities that they're giving, I also do not want to fall behind. Even though we're East Texas and we're a younger and smaller chapter, we still want to be giving the opportunities that the club can give us, and they're supporting this cause and they're supporting any of our future projects.
Absolutely. With seeing players across the state, I'm guessing you have there in Dallas and maybe other regions of Texas. What have you seen here in East Texas that compares to talent to places like Dallas, or if you go south to Houston, stuff like that? What have you seen from East Texas specifically?
I think players develop depending on their environment and what they get put into their minds as a young player. I think that East Texas has always had a very talented group of players, and boys and girls both. I think that compared to the other regions like Dallas, Northeast Texas, South Texas, I think that those areas are more prominent with the sport and they're a little bit more advanced with the sport. But we have kids that come around, and if we do not take care of the few talents that we do get, those guys may end up falling through the cracks and
Right.
may feel like they don't have an opportunity to go play at the next level. They have to go work, or they have to go to school and not worry about soccer. Some kids play recreational and that's it. Some kids after high school no longer will kick a ball. So for the ones that do want to go and pursue the next level, how can we help them to where there is no comparison to Dallas or South Texas?
Right.
Now we're talking apples to apples instead of apples to oranges. Right now it's very hard to compare just because of the difference of what they have to offer in those areas that have been doing it for so long. So I feel like we have the talent, we have the players, we have the knowledge. Now we just have to put it into play, and we will be just as even with them in opportunities.
And Daniel, switching over to you again, I believe it's 12 different universities and colleges, I believe, maybe a little bit more than that are set to be there. Some representatives of those colleges are going to be there watching the talent here in East Texas compete. What was it like getting them to agree to a showcase like this?
As a first-year event, as a first time communicating with these schools, all their information is public information. So any kids, anybody that wants to reach out to universities, coaches directly, their information is out there. It was a learning process, and of course, some of these people don't know me yet. Mm-hmm. And that's the biggest thing this year is trusting somebody that you don't know to drive 2 hours from Terrell to come and watch these kids, coming from Arkansas to come and watch these kids. That's a lot of faith that they've put into me, just to trust that I've done my job properly and vetted these kids properly and made sure that their grades are right, that the talent is right. And I've been very humbled that these schools have been willing and open to come and support a cause like this, knowing that they're not going to get anything out of it other than coming to watch some great players and hopefully maybe signing a few.
Absolutely. And the full list of universities and colleges can be found over on our website through the original article we posted last week. And then if somebody wants to go check this out coming up in April, what can they expect?
I think just a great soccer game. I think that putting the best of the best, some of the best in East Texas makes for an exciting game. If you think that playoffs are exciting, if you think that any high level excitement of soccer, and not just soccer, I think sports in general, I think this is an exciting opportunity for the family to come out. There's going to be food, there's going to be halftime, there's going to be some skill games that the guys participate in as well. So it's more of a opportunity, but it's also for the community as well. It's not just for the kids. I think that it's important that if the East Texas soccer community can grow together and have something that we all can look forward to instead of staying in our own little corner, like, oh, we're this club, so we stay over here. We're at this club, so we stay over here. No, I think that the more that we become a community and we can get people to come watch these kids, come and support the kids. They've done their job in the classroom and on the soccer field, and that's why they are where they are at the moment. So I think that you can just expect to come and have a great time with your family and enjoy some great soccer.
And you are still looking for more players, correct? Because I believe the rosters are set for the starters, and of course you guys need, in case injuries happens, reserve stuff like that. Talk about the need for more players right now.
Yeah, so the thing about it is you don't want to overcrowd, because the way that we're going to set this up, it's just a soccer game. So you don't want to put 20, 30 something kids on a singular team, because you want everybody to get their minutes. You want everybody to get their exposure. Of
course.
Now, with high school season still going on, with playoffs, there's going to be that off end, hey, I tore my ACL. Unfortunately, ACL tears are very prominent nowadays, especially on the turf fields that are available. Injuries or just something comes up, family emergencies, stuff like that. We're still taking applications. There is a registration link online where these kids can come in and they can upload their film just to showcase their talents to me first and foremost. And of course, if I feel like this is something that is going to be of benefit to them and that we will be missing out if these kids are not playing, I'm still open to looking and speaking with kids and trying to help them. And even if they don't participate this year, hey, next year coming up, I want you, as soon as this opportunity comes up, be hungry and reach out. there's some of these guys like Chris. I had gone to watch Pine Tree before, and one of his teammates had got invited, and I just missed him completely, whether it was an off game or whether I was just focused on that one guy I already talked to. And Chris did his dues, and he reached out, he made the application, and here he is right now with me, here with you. So it's more or less, you want to get the hungry kids, you want to get the kids that are going to take that opportunity. It's scary sometimes to trust somebody that you don't know.
Right.
So this is something that, again, I'm grateful for all the guys that have accepted to be in it, and even the guys that want to be in it.
And you said that you were hoping, if everything goes well, this could be an annual thing, not only for boys but girls as well.
Yes, I think that why stop at one? And especially if it's successful, I think that having 14 colleges and universities was a very overshot number when I first started planning this. I was thinking I was only going to get 5 or something, and even 5 to me was going to be successful. But you get 14 coming, and then if everything goes well this year, those colleges are going to tell their other college recruiter friends, like, hey, you guys should have went to this. Mm-hmm. And these kids as well, like he still has another year, he still has another year. So even if you participated this year, shoot, this is something that next year you can participate again. And a lot of the kids that didn't realize that this was happening until it was too late, they're also going to get a chance. This is not going to be oh, you missed the train, sorry, it was just one. This is going to be hopefully a continuous thing. And I'm working with other club leaders in the communities, not people in my club, but again, I want to be as open as I can with everybody and work with everybody. I want to make sure that we don't miss any kids that deserve these opportunities.
Yeah, finally, I'm guessing this is probably the start for you in your journey to hopefully grow soccer here in East Texas for the foreseeable future.
Yes, there's been a lot of people before me, and there's going to be a lot of people after me. I think that the difference comes with why. What is your why for doing what you do? And the president of our club at DKSC, there's 2 things that attracted me to DKSC. Firstly, they have a slogan, abbreviation in the back of their jerseys that I realized whenever he was playing. That's how I met the club, was through him when he was playing. And they have an abbreviation, and it's Bad Top. And what it is building a different type of player. To me, that means so much. Instead of going to recruit all the time, building something instead of just rolling the dice and hoping for the best. I think that if you start at a young age, if you can start building networks, building connections, especially here in the football world, it's who you know and who does that person know that can get you somewhere, or it's a hit or miss. So I hope that this isn't going to be a, hey, he is the only one doing something about it. I hope that other coaches and other clubs around us also kind of catch on and say, hey, you know what? That's something that we could do as well. Or, hey, we can all work together and do something like this. I've never been a self-centered person. And again, this opportunity is about the kids. I'm using it as a networking tool as well to make sure that the next year's coming up, I can do what I do for them. But again, first and foremost, for the kids.
Yeah. All right, Daniel, Angel, and Chris, thanks so much for coming in. We certainly wish you the best in this event. And like I said, much more information can be found over on our website. That is either KETK.com or Fox51.com if you want to learn how to go to this event coming up in April, or how to get your kid signed up in April as well.